Hi there, my name is Raina, and I felt compelled just to do a three-card spread for anybody who might be kind of, I don't know, confused, wanting some kind of message to come through. I can't guarantee that this will land with you, but it's worth a shot, isn't it? So I'm shuffling behind camera. I'm going to lay down three cards face down. Usually I just laid the cards face up, but it's kind of, sometimes it's more fun the element of surprise, if you will, of what these cards will represent. And I will interpret them in my own way. And you may notice if you listen to tarot readers, that everyone has their own style and their own perception of life, their own perspective on life. And so I could read the same three cards as someone else, and you would get a totally different set of interpretations. Maybe not totally, but a lot. Okay. The first card, the Lovers in reverse. I'm holding this card upright because it's easier to see the images, but I did pick it reversed, and I read reversed cards. If you don't know about reversed cards in the tarot, there is an interpretation for the upright, the quote unquote right side, and then if it's upside down. And there are readers who, if they pick a card like this, they will automatically turn it right side up, and they will only read the right side up. And to me, that doesn't make any sense, because if you picked it upside down, that should have its own meaning. But I'm sure there are reasons why they would say that. I just don't know what they are. So the Lover's card, I should put it, I'll just hold it up one more time so you can see that obviously it's kind of self-explanatory by the title, or what Lover stands for, but it's more than that. You will see the Lover's card a lot of times depicted where people don't have clothes on, because it is about intimacy. And so people automatically think physical intimacy, but it doesn't have to be that at all. As a matter of fact, that's more of a shallow version than being able to really connect with somebody at a deep level, because you have bared your soul to them. You're not afraid of telling somebody who you are at a deep level. And maybe you're incapable of doing this right now. Maybe you have a relationship and it's struggling because you cannot open up to that person. For some people, it could be that you can't open up physically. You don't trust physical contact, sexual contact, because of something that happened to you in the past. And if this is something that is holding you back, then it is going to be very serious. However, keep in mind that if you're being asked by another person to become physically intimate right after you meet them, it's perfectly normal, and I think it's preferable not to just get involved that way. So don't think that means that something's wrong with you, because you're kind of like not wanting to do that and you don't really know somebody very well. Also, if somebody is getting very obsessed with you, or they want to spend the rest of their life with you, and you've only known them a month, I wouldn't blame anyone for being very wary of that. So keep that in mind, that that's not what I'm referring to. I'm referring to just in general, if you have trouble opening up about your true feelings, about your, what you're dealing with emotionally, because you're afraid that somebody will judge you, that they will use it against you and try to have the upper hand over you, then that to me is like trust issues, because nobody can really do that. If you think about it, nobody can really use something against you unless you're very emotionally vulnerable. And if that's the case, then getting involved in a relationship is probably already kind of risky if you are feeling like you're susceptible to being manipulated. So keep that in mind. Also, this is a card of choice. It's a card connected to Gemini too. So if you're dealing with a Gemini person who you kind of like feel is giving, gaslighting you, but they're so good at like making you feel crazy that they could be gaslighting you. And maybe that they're up to no good, and that's why it's reversed. Or that you are being especially indecisive right now. But that just means that you may not be sure about your options. Here's another reversed card, the Empress reversed. This is what she looks like upright. This is connected to the planet Venus. The two signs in astrology that are ruled by Venus are Taurus and Libra. So isn't this, and you know what? The Lover's card is numbered 6. It's actually the 7th major arcana card, but it's numbered 6. And 6 is connected to Venus. So this could be a love situation gone awry. Maybe this is a situation. Yeah, I didn't even think about this, but this card in the reverse, this is like the toxic femininity, where a woman uses her body, her sexual allurement. Is allurement even a word? Uses her looks, sexuality to try and get love, but it's upside down. Doesn't work that way. And maybe this has been a pattern for you, if that resonates, where you can become increasingly desperate because you can feel like, I'm not getting my needs met. I'm not getting what I really want. And I'm doing all this. I'm giving of myself sexually. Why am I not getting what I want? I want a relationship. Because you're advertising that this is the level that you want to dwell in. And that level is carnal. It's not something, love is elevated from the body. There's love and there's lust. We don't have to demonize lust, but we don't have to elevate it to the level of love, because it's not there. It's something that people can engage in with people that they don't love. That's what makes love so special. And we should be glad that love is special, that it's not just run of the mill, that you can have sex with anybody, but you can't love everyone the same way. It's a very special, very personal thing. So if you are watching this and you feel like you have fallen into a trap, and society tells you that this is how it's done nowadays, you don't have to, live in the matrix. You have your own mind. You can break out of the matrix, and you don't have to fall in line with that kind of brainwashing, or whatever you want to call it. Third card, 3 of Pentacles. You know what the first thing I thought of, and I feel like I'm speaking to women in particular, but I don't like to, leave out the men. So For men, maybe this is the type of woman that you have been kind of attracted to, and therefore you never really bond with them. For women, I want to say the Three of Pentacles is teamwork. So maybe you have been operating in a way where you have seen fellow women as adversaries instead of your sisters, your spiritual sisters. And you need to cultivate more of that. You need to stop being competitive with them and be more supportive of one another. Because I do think that this is conditioned into women, especially younger women who are looking for relationships, to see other women as their competition instead of that there's enough to go around. And this can apply to anything in life. Like even in terms of the work, this is like in the upright position, this is like the mother. She's, if you see in this deck, which is called the Light Seers Tarot deck, they show her like pregnant, but it can be the artist, it can be the mother, the earth mother. And when I say earth mother, I mean, yeah, this is connected to Taurus, which is an earth sign, but also this idea of kind of like the organic mother or parent, where it's like you're not, again, I referenced the matrix, or kind of that false matrix that we have been conditioned to live under, that we're breaking free from right now, which is why it's so crazy in this world. I never saw that movie, The Matrix, so but in any case, we really are focused on how much money we can make from this job or that job. And yet, what is the price of your happiness? If you have to, get up every morning or 5 days a week, go somewhere maybe for 8 hours a day, but also there might, the commute time or whatever, it better be damn good, unless you really just have to do it to survive, because it's something that you're spending such a great chunk of your life doing. So really, it's like, to me, the Empress card is it worth it? Is it really worth it? It's connected to Venus. Venus is about what we value, but this is upside down. So maybe your values are upside down. Maybe you should be home barefoot and pregnant. I said maybe. Maybe you should be homeschooling your children and cooking from scratch, doing all those earthy things. And whatever money is coming into the household that the other partner is making, let that be enough. Or start a home business. You could always start a home business. With the internet, you can do anything. But the point is that money doesn't become your God. Three of Pentacles can be, you can have money through creativity. Three is a number of creativity. Pentacles is about money. It's a good money card. So don't feel like it's either or. And that might be what this card is that it's a false choice. Like, you think you have to do something that you really don't have to do. Like, you can have it all. You can have this life that works for you, and you can also have money too. All right. I hope that this helped at least one person in this universe. Take care. Bye.